What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of TRICKEDTINS. Today we're going to be showcasing a new Arccaptain welding machine. This is the MIG 205 DP, and this thing's pretty cool. It's got the double pulse on it, so this machine will allow you to TIG weld, and you can do steel or stainless steel. You can do your MIG welding, your flux core. You can also do aluminum welding with the aluminum dual pulse. It's going to be kind of cool. You can hook it up with the spool that's inside of the machine itself with an aluminum wire, but we're probably going to be using a spool gun with this. They were nice enough to send us a spool gun with one of the last machines we got from them. But guys, let me tell you, these machines are not that expensive. They're very affordable and they're nice machines. We've tried out a lot of these Arccaptain machines. Arccaptain is my largest sponsor for the YouTube channel, and that's one thing I'm very grateful for, is that we get the opportunity to try out some of these new machines, show you guys the capabilities of them, and they all come with a price point that majority of the DIY guys can afford, and they will hold up with some more of the industrial style machines. I'm going to take this thing out of the box. We're going to see what we got inside of here, and then we'll circle back. Let's check it out. So check it out. We just unboxed this machine, and man, let me tell you, I am super impressed with the size of the machine itself. It's tiny, guys. It's got lots of power and it's super lightweight. The machine can't weigh much more than 20 pounds, if that. Look, let's check out the size of it with a tape measure. So the machine itself is coming in right about 17 inches, and it's only like 6 3/4 wide. Super small footprint. The height of it, we got about maybe 10 and a half, and then about 12 and a half with the handle on it. So it's very compact, nice little unit. I'm very impressed with the size and the look of it, the feel of it. I mean, this is very easily to put this thing in your truck or wherever you got to put it and take it out on a job site. It's super lightweight, so big plus with that compared to the MIG 200 that we had before, which is right over here. And well, as you can see, that's a lot bigger machine. It's still a nice machine though, for sure. And we also have a TIG 200p AC/DC, which allows you to do the TIG with the aluminum. But this machine right here will allow you to do MIG welding with the standard gun that comes with it, which is actually really nice. It's got a little swivel head on it. I like this. I like the feel of it. It feels nice in your hand. It gives you like a nice grip on it, and well, I mean, you can't ask for much more out of a welder like this. The ground that came with it is pretty heavy duty. It's pretty thick. Now, like I said, I just showed you a couple other machines, and the ground that came with them was a lot smaller, and the cable on here was a lot thinner. So I feel like this one would hold up a lot better when you're doing longer welds and you got a bigger project to do. It does come with a stinger. I do like the stinger, man. I mean, dude, this thing is sweet. It's got a nice little curvature to it. I don't do a whole lot of arc welding or flux core just because it's messy. It'll burn you up, and I have other processes that I can do welding with. So I don't do a lot of that, but it is nice if you can do some arc welding. It comes with an extra liner in case you want to run a different thickness of your wire, and like it comes with this little 2-pound right here of 035. This is pretty standard for MIG welding, so this is what we're going to be using. And obviously it comes with some different rollers in here in case you want to swap it out and do some different thicknesses of the wire that you're going to be using. We got some different tips in here and fittings and an extra cup, a little multi-tool. It does come with the hose and the regulator. And actually, these regulators are legit, man. Like, I really like these. Super nice for them to give you this with the machine, because a lot of other machines you get, they don't even come with a regulator. But this one is nice. It does come with a certificate where it has been checked out and QC checked. It does got an instruction manual and some stickers and stuff over here. They even sent you with a little bit of tape if you want to tape up your fittings. But let's look inside of this thing. It's got a nice little handle on it, like a little trigger release, finger pull. And look at that. Got a light inside of there. I mean, it's small, it's compact, but what more could you ask for out of a machine this size? It's got a whole entire chart here. It's going to tell you about what you're going to do with your different materials that you're going to be using. And it tells you like different TIG setups for your heat and your amperage and your tungsten thicknesses. I mean, this is like a little cheater board right here for you guys that aren't familiar with welding or just getting into it. these settings are not going to be exactly what you're probably going to run. You know, like every welder figures out what they like and how they like to tweak things. But this is going to give you a great starting point for sure. And it's probably going to be pretty close to what this machine is going to run good on. So that is definitely a huge plus to have that right there inside of the machine whenever you need it. Now, the face on this machine is sick. Look at this thing. Super cool, man. And it actually is like incorporated into the top of the handle. I mean, they could probably even made this machine smaller if it didn't have this big display screen on it, but the display screen is really nice. And then you see we got our home button here to bring us into this screen where you can go from MIG to flux core to spool gun, which we're going to be using the spool gun with the aluminum. You go to lift TIG, which this setup did not come with a TIG torch. We do have a TIG torch with the other machine, so I might plug that in, and it's also something that you can upgrade and you can purchase with the machine. And you also can go to stick welding with the arc, and then go into the settings, see what you got in here. Basically the setup stuff, your units for if you're going to use Imperial or not, and the Bluetooth is pretty cool. You can hook this thing up to your phone with an app. You can control everything you got going on in the machine. Look at this. Scan the QR code to download or search Arccaptain in the App Store. So you can get that set up, and you can actually control all the settings and see exactly what's going on with the machine through an app on your phone. So that's pretty cool. But now that you guys have seen everything that we got going on, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing hooked up. I'm going to get some metal samples set up, and we're going to do a little bit of welding with this thing and see what it can do. All right, so I got the gas hooked up. We're running a 75-25 with argon and carbon dioxide, and you know, pretty simple. You just hook it into your tank, then you hook it into the back of the machine, and then we put the wire in here. Now, this wire has to go in where it's feeding into the bottom, so it's like a straight shot into the machine right here. It's very simple to do. Just make sure that you're careful with this, because once you snap this wire off of here, well, if you don't hold on to it tight, it'll just bird's nest and fly off there. You don't want that to happen to you, so take caution with that. But now we're ready to go. I did go ahead and feed the wire through just a little bit. I set this up around 23, 330. That's kind of my trick spot, of like my sweet spot. I like that. I'll start out there and then kind of figure out my machine from there. That usually is a pretty good setting to do pretty much any types of MIG welding I do. And we got some 3/16 inch thick 2x2 angle here, and I'm just going to run a little tack on either side first, and we'll run a bead across here, see what this looks like. I am using this AI guard shield from Arccaptain. This thing is sick, man. I really like this shield a lot. It's the TriView X400. Everything's digital. It's got lights on it. I like the yellow lens. Go check these out, guys. If you're not gonna buy a weld machine, at least go buy this damn helmet. I'm telling you, the thing's sick. It's very comparable to the super expensive ones, and for the price of that, it was like a third of some of the other helmets I have. I actually like that one the best. So I'm gonna put you guys up on the tripod. We'll get some welds on this, and we'll check them out. All right, so I did run a test bead on here, kind of spray welded it, and it's got good penetration. It looks pretty good. Now we're gonna try the dual pulse. I mean, that's the whole purpose of this machine. The DP is dual pulse. As you can see, we've got it set up on pulse, and that is the dual. And then we've got our sync mode on, and that basically will allow you to just set the thickness of your material, which we set that at 3/16. You can see that down here in the right-hand corner. And then it automatically picks our parameters of our volts and our inches per minute. So let's see what this thing can do. It's one of the big selling points of this machine. So let's test it out. All right, so check it out. I am extremely impressed. I mean, that is a MIG weld with a dual pulse. And I did literally nothing besides just squeeze the trigger and slowly move it forward. I put that dime up there just so you can get a comparison to see how tiny that weld actually is. And man, I mean, I'm really impressed. That's crazy. I did nothing. I just set the machine to the thickness of metal that I was going to weld. That's all I did. Set the machine to the thickness, and then I just squeezed the trigger and I moved it slowly, maybe like a 1/4 inch every second or something like that. Machine did all the work. So you can definitely weld some amazing looking beads with this machine with little to no experience. Crazy cool. Turned out great though. All right, so when I was setting the machine up for the dual pulse, I actually realized that I had attached these leads into the wrong spot. Your ground needs to go into the negative, and I thought that's the way I had it, but it was wrong. And that's why that first test bead that I did didn't look as good. So I fixed it before I did the pulse weld. The pulse weld looked amazing, but I did go ahead and run 2 more little test beads here. Now I was running this with the 330 23, and it was just a little too hot. So I cut it back to 21 and 300, and well, that's a whole lot better. Nice clean weld, looks good. So machine weld is awesome. This thing could probably easily weld 1/2 inch, no problem. I am going to try to set this up with the aluminum. I did talk to Arccaptain, and look, this is the spool gun connection that I have for the MiG 200, and you can see that's a 4-pin prong connector. Well, this one is a 5-pin, and it's not going to hook up, obviously. But they told me that I can change these rollers out, and I can use the aluminum spool in the machine and run it through this gun. I've never done that before or never had any luck with it, but we're about to see if it'll work right now. All right, guys, so we got the aluminum spool hooked up in there. Changing that liner out was actually pretty simple. It's got a piece inside of here. You just unscrew, pull it off, and then you can fish that whole liner out through the whole thing. And I did swap it out. I put in a different diameter of my electrode inside of there to give me the ability to run this thicker aluminum wire, and we're ready to rock and roll. I swapped the gas out, went from the 75-25 to a straight argon. So I'm gonna give this thing a shot and see what she can do, man. I'm gonna try to set it up. I'm gonna look on here and see what we got as far as some aluminum settings, and we'll set this thing the best we can and play around with it. Hopefully we'll be able to dial this thing in. Put you guys on the tripod. Let's get back to work. All right, so I ran a couple different passes on my samples, and as you can see, when I first started out, well, it's not something you're just going to pick up and be able to do out the gate. So I ran a couple little spots that I was like, you know what, I'm going to change it back, turn the DP off, and just run it normal. And well, I did this little bead right here. It's about 3 inches long, and that actually did pretty well. Now I could still tune that in and probably get a lot better, but I could definitely weld without the dual pulse to make it look good. Started picking back up with the dual pulse, trying to figure it out. It's not just like a steady movement. It's kind of like a jerk movement, kind of like arc welding. You're almost whipping it. And then I came back to this side and I did just dual pulse on this side. You can see I got a start and stop here, start and stop here, and start and stop here. So with these 3 different passes, I started to understand it a little bit better. Right here, I was losing some penetration on my base plate, but it started looking pretty decent. And then right here, same type of deal. I slowed it down too much. Then right here, I started getting that whip motion with it. And as you can see in this little pass right here, well, I did a whole lot better. So it's definitely a cool attribute to have with the dual pulse. With the aluminum, you could make it look really nice. It's something that you're going to have to practice though. You're going to have to figure out how to do it. Now with the steel, yes, totally different. Game changer. You could literally just weld a beautiful bead, like a TIG bead with the steel, but the aluminum, well, you're going to have to practice it a little bit. But it's definitely possible, and I think it looks pretty decent in this last section over here. Now, my tip that I got, they only gave me 1 tip for the aluminum, and it started, getting messed up a little bit. So I can't really do much more. For the sake of this video, this is what we got. I think it looks pretty decent. Obviously, I'm going to get some more tips for it. I'm going to practice with it, play around with it. But I do think it's a cool thing to have, and I used it on the settings that are the sink settings. So it's basically what they set it at. All we had to do was set it for our aluminum, and then we told it what gauge we were welding, and it pretty much took over from there. So it's pretty cool. Definitely a nice little machine. I mean, to run the aluminum wire without the spool gun, I mean, it's different, and I think it's something that you can really hone in on, and it could be really nice for you. But it is going to take some practice to learn how to use this thing welding aluminum through the MIG gun. All right, guys, so Arccaptain Mig 205 DP, definitely a sweet little machine. Now, obviously, you guys saw me weld some steel with this thing, we weld some aluminum with it, and we could definitely dial this in. I gotta get some more tips for this so I can spend some more time practicing with the dual pulse, because I think it's a cool feature. I mean, with the steel, it's a game changer. I mean, I laid some dimes right out the gate, super simple. Aluminum is a little bit trickier. You do have to figure it out, and you're probably gonna run through some tips. So go ahead and order some extra tips, because with the aluminum, those tips burn up quick if your settings and your depth of how far away from the weld you are is not perfect, and you're gonna have some time trying to figure that out. So you're definitely gonna need some more tips for that. Regardless, Arccaptain is our #1 sponsor for the channel, so we do appreciate them. If you guys are interested in checking out any of their stuff, it's all listed on arccaptain.com. Use my code TRICKEDTINS, it'll save you a little bit of money at checkout, and it also helps me out. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Let's get back to work.